Okay, guys, welcome back to part 2. Okay, so we are going to start this. We're going to do a page together, and I put that page up on Schoology, so I'm going to want you to download that and work it with me. You do not have to re-upload it, but I just wanted you to do it with me. So, this is going to be my little example today. So, Caden, you are running for school president and you get 50% of the votes. Okay? So Caden got 50% of the votes, which is 50 over 100, right? Which also equals half. So that means he got half of the votes, right? Now, when it says he got 50 out of 100, that doesn't mean that only 100 votes were cast. It just means that he got 50% of however many votes were cast. So, if 100 people voted, he got 50 out of 100 and he got a half. But if he got 50% of the votes and only 60 people voted, then we have to think about it that way. So, if he got 50% of 60 votes. Okay, if he got that, he got one half, right? Because here's that right there. He got half of 60, right? And that we don't need to do any math on because you can just easily know that for that he got 30 votes. Okay, so we can also do it though. Is over ovish. Because remember how I told you that's always going to come in. So if he got 50%, and this is how you write it when you're doing fractions, 50% of 60. Okay, so we don't know this, but we do know this. Friends, watch this trick right now. Now, obviously, we can't see how many times 60 goes into 100. That doesn't work like that. But do you notice how we have a 0 here and a 0 here? If you have that, you can cancel those out. I can cross them both out. And now I'm left with 5 over 10. Now, how many times can 10 go into 60? 10 goes into 60 6 times, right? So then we could do 5 times 6, and that would give us 30. So is over of also works with percents. But you would have to cross off the zeros to make your life easier. So is over of, once again, is going to be a big part of our lives in unit 9, okay? Okay, so now I want to go down here, and I want to put in, I'm going to go down to this page, and I want you guys now, I'm going to pull in this photo, and then I want you guys to download this. And we're going to do this page together. So it says many names for percents. So your teacher's going to tell you how to fill in the percent examples. Fill in the 100% box for each example. Show the percent by shading. So they gave us an example. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. There, let's make that a little bit bigger. Okay. So they showed us an example. And if you can see here, there are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60, 61, 62 boxes shaded. So that was 62 out of 100, and the fraction is 62 over 100, and then you know that that is 62 hundredths, and so it's 0.62. And so now we're going to do one together. And so my example is Rowan made 80% of his free throws. Free throws. Okay? So I want you guys to take a second and fill that in. I want you to color 80%. I want you to color 80 and then try and fill that in. And I'm going to just wait a second. You can pause the video if you want. All right, and hopefully you're back, and you would have colored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You would have colored 80 out of 100. Again, you write that as a fraction as 80 over 100. And that written as a decimal is 0.80. Okay, so that's how you would have done that one. And now let's try another one. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Let's get my blue back. Blue. All right. So this time, Cora's new puppy. Cora's puppy, Copper, caught. I think I said, let me look at my notes here. He caught 36% of the balls Cora threw. 36% of the balls. Okay, I want you to again pause this and fill that out. Okay. Oh, and by the way, it should say here, if it's 100%, it should say all the throws. And that up here should have said all free throws. All right, so I want you guys once again to pause the video. I want you to fill this in, and then we'll do it together in just a second. Okay, so for this one, you should have done 10, 20, 30, and then 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And that's how much should have been colored. It should have been 36 out of every 100, which also can be written as 36 over 100, and that is actually 36 hundredths. And there is that page. Now you guys are going to be doing this exact same thing with pages 249 and 250. What I want you to do is download them into Notability and do just like I did. I want you to make sure that you are coloring. I want you to make sure that you are filling in the units, and I want you to make sure that you are writing in the numbers just like that. And there are 6 problems, I do believe. 1, 2, 3. I think there's 6 of them. Oh, no, there's 5 of them. And one of them is a challenge, and I want you to try it. And then upload those back up for a grade. So hopefully you guys are understanding just really easy percents right now. And this is what you have to do. Okay.